All right. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Mr. Castivante Abe. Protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Week. All right. Today is the 20th of March, 2023. I want to just go specific about some peculiar aspects of the milestones that have been achieved. Peculiar aspects of the milestones that have been achieved since we started this run. And specifically, I want to go to congratulate all of you who have been here since you were able to learn about Royalq, who have gone through the waves of the market of cryptocurrency. And I would particularly recognize a few people that I have seen personally go through the waves of the cryptocurrency characteristic manner of that was not good. Some benefited, some made some losses, but I would love to celebrate you. But before I do, I want to show you a specific area before I go to today's topic. Thank you so much, Leader Abe Castivante, for the amazing, peculiar sharing we have had with you, sir, this morning. My name is Julius Kavanda. I basically come from Uganda. I've been in Royalq. I've been in Royalq for the last good months down the line. I got started in Royalq on the 12th of June, 2021. It means on the 12th of June, 2022, I made my first year. On the 12th of June, 2023, I will be making my second year in business. So many people have started with us, some have left. But someone asked me a question, why are you still doing Royalq? All right. I personally understand that wealth is built. Wealth is built. You know, to become wealthy. Today, those who attended my morning training today in the morning, I defined what is wealth. Right, I was able to define for you guys what is wealth. And I would like to repeat the same statements in this call today. Then I go to Royalq, signals, and presets as the main topic for today. I was able to define for you that what is financial independence? Who of us here is on the call and would love to be financially free? Could you give me a thumbs up? Who is here on the call and would love to be financially free? Who is here on the call and would love to be financially free? If you are here and you would love to be financially free, give me any sign. If you are here on the call and you would love to be financially free. If you are here and you would love to be financially free, only two, only three, only two, only two, only three. What about the rest? What about the rest? Okay. All right. Okay, beautiful. Give me any sign. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay. Now, let me first define for you what is financial freedom. Okay, my understanding. Financial freedom is not spending on what we want. You know, most of the times people think that financial freedom is spending on what we want. It's not freedom to spend. You know, it is not freedom to spend. Most of people think that their financial freedom is the ability to spend. But financial independence, for you to say that I'm financially independent, is the ability to create wealth. One, it is the ability to manage wealth. Two, it is the ability to multiply wealth. Three important aspects of financial independence: the ability to create wealth, the ability to manage wealth, and the ability to multiply wealth. Wealth goes to those who know how to multiply it. So the ability to create, first and foremost, we are here to make sure that we create wealth. And to be financially independent, you must be able to do what I usually call financial diagnosis. And I call them the 3S of financial diagnosis. You need to diagnose your current financial situation. And really, God has been a blessing that he provides opportunities that have power to allow you join the 3 circles. You can decide your financial situation to be you are into a suffocating stage. What is a suffocating stage? A suffocating stage of your financial is where you specifically now, whatever you earn, you are only paying bills. You know, it is hard to create, to multiply wealth if whatever you earn is spent on bills, right? So you are into a suffocating situation. 2, you have sufficient. Okay, you know, some people are suffocating that they don't even have enough to pay their bills. You don't have enough to run your basic needs. You are into a suffocating situation. 2, you can have sufficient. You can pay your bills, you can cater for your extended families, you can cater for your family. You can only provide for your family. You are into what we call sufficient. You have enough. You have something that could be enough to cater for your family. But the reason why we are here in Royalq is not to be suffocating, is not to be sufficient, but to have surplus. To have surplus. You have a system that has the power to help you create wealth, to help you manage your wealth, to help you multiply it. Then you can distribute the wealth you earn for a noble cause at an appropriate time. One of the reasons that I decided to go specific in Royalq, ladies and gentlemen, for a very longer time, like I want to show you peculiar, amazing aspects from Google Play Store. When I started Royalq, one of my uplines told me to go to Google Play Store and write in the word Royalq, like I do now, open it up and look at the information. What is Royalq? And I read this myself, that Royalq is a one-stop, intelligent, quantitative strategy trading platform. That's why I never complain when my trades don't win, because Royalq has nothing to do with the market movement. Royalq has nothing to do with the market movement. Royalq is a one-stop, intelligent, quantitative trading platform. So Royalq, Intelligent Quantitative System, the English full name is Royalq Quantitative. It's a system that focuses on artificial intelligence quantitative trading. Like I can explain. You basically provide mathematical settings to the robot. And when you provide mathematical settings to the robot will execute the mathematical settings. The robot will execute the mathematical settings. One of the reasons that could cause someone to suffer the consequences of the market is the inability to understand that Royalq, for 4 years of digital currency trading system quantification development experience, Royalq had developed this platform 4 years, and it had successfully built quantitative systems for many international private equity funds, and perfect investment quantitative strategy modes to maximize the utilization of member funds and help members maximize their profit through quantitative transactions in the digital currency market. Before I explain more details, let's go below and look at this. Since Royalq was brought in the market, ladies and gentlemen, it was brought in the market on the 19th of March 2021. And it can afford the following. One, Royalq can take pictures and videos. Royalq has a microphone audio. Royalq has storage. You can delete contents. Royalq has all these other permissions. All these other permissions have been allowed on this application. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if this application was released on the 19th of March 2021, but before it had spent 4 years of study, how long had Royalq been present without me and you using it? I have a question. Royalq was released on the 19th of March 2021, but it had spent 4 years being used without me and you using it. How many years had Royalq been used before you and me knew about it? Let me get some answers in the chat. 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 Some answers in the chat. If Royalq, I think I need to repeat. If Royalq was brought on the 19th of March, me and you to start using it. Me and you to start using it. Me and you. Me and you. Me and you before we knew about Royalq. Me and you. Me and you before knowing about Royalq. Me and you before knowing about Royalq. Royalq had a 4 years. No, how, which year? Which year? Which year? Which year do you think? Which year do you think? Before Royalq was brought in 2021, for me and you to use it, which year? Which year? Which year do you think? All right, thank you so much. From 2017. From 2017. From 2017, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We have 100 participants, perfect. Okay, we have 100 participants, perfect. So since 2017, Royalq had specifically been there, ladies and gentlemen, trying to find better ways to prevent traders. The traders I'm talking about could be me and you, who are involving ourselves into the crypto market space, but facing different challenges. The next point I want to put across. Royalq is a platform that provides two main ways of earning. Can someone get into the chat before I start the Royalq signals and the presets? Royalq provides two main ways of earning. Could someone type for me the two main ways of making money in Royalq? The two main ways. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The two main ways of making money in Royalq. The two main ways of making money in Royalq. The two main ways of making money in Royalq. Thank you so much. The first way of making money in Royalq is trading. The first way of making money in Royalq is trading. You can decide to join Royalq and purely trade. You can decide to join Royalq and purely trade. You don't do anything. Your goal is just to trade. That is the first way. That is the first way. The second way, ladies and gentlemen, of earning in Royalq is not affiliate. It's not networking. It is building a community of robotic traders. Two main ways of making money. Two main ways. There are two main ways of making money in Royalq. There are two. Others are just within. Others are just within. Two main ways of making money in Royalq. One is trading. Another one is building a community of robot users. You can decide, ladies and gentlemen, you can decide to only do trading. You can decide to only build a community of robotic users, or you can do both. You can decide, ladies and gentlemen, to build a community of robotic users, or you can decide to purely trade. And the reason why I'm here today is basically and specifically to pick one of the many ways of making money in Royalq, and I'm going to go peculiar and specific to trading. I want to go to peculiar and specifically, I'm going to pick out trading. Let us get started. And the main topic today is the power and the ability to look at Royalq signals and presets. But before I dive categorically and specifically to Royalq signals and presets, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring an understanding to everybody on the call today or this morning or this evening, where you are joining us from, that Royalq is one of the amazing blockchain miracles I have ever met. Why do I say that Royalq is a blockchain miracle? It is a combination, ladies and gentlemen. Royalq is a combination. One, Royalq is not an exchanger where cryptos are bought and sold. Never. Because what makes Royalq different from an exchanger is that the exchanger is there to allow you exchange one cryptocurrency into another, or one fiat into crypto, or crypto into fiat. That's what exchangers do. Exchangers were not built specifically to help you trade better. Someone was asking me, Julius, why don't I use my exchanger to trade? When you use your exchanger to trade, there are certain things exchangers will not help you to maximize. The goal of using a robot is to help you maximize the volatility of the market. Ladies and gentlemen on the call, I want to create an awareness this morning that one of the challenges of the crypto market space, one, it is fast, two, it is volatile. And so the robot has the power to allow you maximize profit because of its ability and potential of being fast. The robot has the power to take away the emotional, lifelong living challenge that has been existing for years, ladies and gentlemen, since the 18th century, that has caused so many traders to land themselves in loss. And so I want to create a better understanding of what we have at hand, because the reason why most of you are not enjoying Royalq, because you do not understand what you have. You basically it's like someone living with gold in their hand, but they don't have the power and the ability to know how to use their gold well. And this has caused so many people to miss out on the touching power of a tool that has the ability and potential to provide what I call financial independency. With that category, ladies and gentlemen, allow me without delay go into my slides that I've been sharing, I think, before, but this today, I'll try to bring out a categoric understanding that could definitely give you a better approach to the robot that you have for better results. Beautiful, 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 fantastic. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. I know this needs to be edited a little bit, but I'm going to share my screen right now. And before I share my screen, we have some people who have some notebooks. If you have a notebook, make sure you can write down something. Okay, so let's dive in and see how we can create a better understanding. Royalq can be a fully automated robot. Royalq can be fully automated in the USDT market. Yes, it can be fully automated. Why do we choose the USDT market? We choose the USDT market because it has more power to provide what I call big profit. And so we can automate this robot by using what we call default settings. Like I'm going to show you, we can use what we call default settings that have been provided by Royalq itself. And these settings that have been provided with Royalq categorically look at around 42%, 47.2% drop. For example, Julius, what does 42% drop mean? All right, let's go to our calculator. Let's go to our calculator. You don't need to be a mathematician, you just need to understand. Let's take the price of BTC to be $27,500. I'm just giving an estimate. I don't know the current price. I'm just giving an estimate. Okay, let me just get a little bit low. 27,200 US dollars. This could be the current price you are joining BTC. You are providing settings with an understanding that from this price, the market can go up, and from this price, the market can go down. From $27,200, let me take Bitcoin, the market can go up and the market can go down. So you want to provide 47.2%, meaning from the current price of Bitcoin, if Bitcoin goes down, you'll still stay in the trade until BTC gets at $14,361.6. That's what we mean by the drop from your current price entry. From your current price entry, you want to set up settings that give you potential power from the current price of BTC until BTC goes down to over $14,361.6. But during this time when BTC is moving up or down, BTC will have different cycles. It will have what you call an upward trend, and it will have what you call a downward trend. It will also have what you call a sideways trend. So Royalq is that gem that takes away the fundamental analysis and the technical analysis from the market, because when you set up your robot, I have a question. According to the understanding I've provided right now, when you set up the robot, do you need to know whether the market is going up or whether the market is going down, whether the market is going sideways? Do you need to know what is happening in the news? Who is buying Bitcoin? Do you need to know fundamental and technical analysis? According to the understanding I have so far provided, do you need, ladies and gentlemen, I have a question for you, ladies and gentlemen. Do you need any knowledge about fundamental analysis, whether Bitcoin, who's buying Bitcoin, who is where? Do you need according to the understanding. According to the understanding I have provided to you right now, do you need beautiful, beautiful, fantastic, fantastic, ladies and gentlemen? It's not necessary. It is not necessary because from your entry price, you have guarantee that even when the market moves down, you will still be making money. I have a question again that I want to provide an understanding, ladies and gentlemen. Will you be making money per day? According to the understanding I've given, will you be making money per day? 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 I need some answers in the chat. Will you be making money per day? Fantastic, 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 fantastic. Now, since you'll be making money per minute, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, you will be earning not only per minute. This is not depending. This is not depending. You will be earning every little second. There is no dependability here. I'm going to show you. There is no dependability. You will be making money every single hour, every single minute, every single second that happens on this world. Now, I want people to stop choosing others. I was told before joining Royalq that Royalq pays per day, but I'm not earning per day. Who told you to be broke? We are not the problem. The problem is you not having enough capital. The problem is you who is not doing financially well, which is okay. But it should not become a problem to someone who introduced you to a robot that has the power to give you money every 2 seconds because you don't have sufficient funds. Am I trying to make some sense this morning? Am I trying to make some sense this morning? If I'm making sense to you, give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 1 in the chat. So the Royalq robot can be automated. It can give you money every little second, every little hour that happens on this world. It has the power to give you financial freedom. So if you don't have enough capital to automate your robot, I need to make this point clear. If you don't have enough capital to automate the robot in the 2 ways I'm going to talk about, my brother, my friend, we are not your problem. It's you who is a problem that is not having enough capital to automate your robot. But the robot can be automated to pay you. Now let's go into depth and see how is 42. So far we have seen the 42% too. The default settings use the double wrap. Now the double wrap, like we're going to see, is a method that keeps on doubling what the robot bought recently. So if the robot had put in $15, the next time the robot is going into the market, it will be doubling this by 2. So it will put in $30. If it buys with $30 and the market goes down, then the robot will double this 30 by 2. So the next time it will put in $60. If the robot has put in $60, the next time it wants to buy, it will put in 120. The robot, if after putting in 120, if the market keeps on going down, the robot will put in 240. This is what we call the double wrap. The double wrap. Why should the robot keep doubling? Whenever the robot buys, it creates what we call the average price. Whenever the robot buys, it creates what we call the average price. So when it doubles, it moves the average price closer to the current price. That's why doubling is key. And whenever it moves the average price closer to the current price, it is very easy for the current price to surpass the average price, and you make profit. If you have understood what double up means and what its effect in the market, give me 2 in the chart. And we call this dollar cost averaging. We call this dollar cost averaging. You enter the coin when it is at $15. Whenever you keep on doubling, you move from 15 to the $12, which is the current price of the coin. So whenever the average price moves closer to the current price, you are doing DCA, dollar cost averaging, ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna make sure that the average price is closer to the current price, and very soon you will get into profit. If you have understood what is dollar cost averaging and the importance of double up, give me 2 in the chart. Give me 2 in the chat. If you have understood why you should double, what is double up? Why should double? What is double up? Give me 2 in the chat. Perfect, perfect. Let me make some shout outs. 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 People are giving me some 2 in the chat. Let me make some shout outs. Right, let me just run fast here. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Mugulusi. Thank you so much, Ishak. Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you, Lady Catherine. Magando. Thank you, Edith. Thank you, Eldeneza. Thank you, Marford. Thank you, Robinson. Thank you, team leader Abby. Thank you, Tadeo, Mary, Lois, Elizabeth, Maureen, Sylvester, Chadrick, Coach Raymond, Edith. All right. Okay. Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Joseph. Okay, thank you. Okay, these ones I'm repeating. These ones I've repeated more times. Okay, all right. Okay, hey, some names are hard. Ronald, Robert, all right. Okay, Young, beautiful. We have Albert. Okay, good, guys. Thank you so much. Now, having created an understanding of why you need to double up and it's a best strategy, let's continue with our training for today. The robot will then have very many chances of closing positions. Have we understood why someone who is using the double up will always make more money and get out of the trade faster? Have you understood? Give me a yes. Give me a yes. Give me a yes. Give me a yes. Have you understood why someone who uses that method? If you understood why someone uses that method, will make more money, get out of the trade faster. Okay, good. Okay, now let's continue. Let's continue. We are supposed to be here just for 1 hour. I'm going to run at a very terrific speed. Okay. Allow me block these messages. They are coming at a very terrific speed. Okay. Now, how much capital? How much capital? I'm going to provide 2 strategies. I'm going to provide what I call a default setting. And I'm also going to give you my own settings, all right? I'm going to give you my own, and I'm also going to give you a default setting. Now, this is a default setting. This is a default setting. What I mean by default, it comes in your app. You don't need to do anything. You just tap start. I'm not going to go so much details, but I'm just going to keep it simple. The default setting of Royalq has $12 at its first buying amount. It means that if you have $1,000, also Royalq is saying, don't put your $1,000 as your first buying amount. Start with as low as around $12 and provide 7 margin calls. So it means that the robot will be going into the market 7 times We said each time it will be doubling. So if the first time it puts in $12, it means when the market drops by the first call here, which is 3.5, and tries to go up by 0.5, that's what we mean buying callbacks. Okay, this is your entry, your average price. The robot bought by $12. The market goes down by 3.5, which is the margin call drop here. When the market tries to go up by 0.5, the robot will buy. If it had bought with $12 at first, now it will be 12 times 2, which is $24. Like that. It will keep on doubling whenever it bought last. Keep on doubling. That I explained very well. Now, it buys that using what we call the margin call limits, the number of times you want to do it. And there are 7. That's why 7 is there. Next, hold position, take profit. When the robot buys call number 1 to call number 4, it has bought at different prices, but the take profit is the same. For example, if the robot buys the first call and the market rises by 1.3, the robot will sell. But if the robot buys the first call and the market doesn't rise, it will not sell. The robot buys the second call, which is the second call here. The market doesn't rise by 1.3, the robot will not sell. If the robot buys the third call and the market doesn't rise by 1.3, the robot will not sell. If the robot buys the fourth call and the market rises by 1.3, the robot will sell whatever it bought on fourth call, third call, second call, and fourth call. Why? Because whenever it bought each call, it created a new average price, and so it will sell whatever it has bought at once. And that is what the whole position take profit ratio and callback stands for. The market rises by 1.3 and the market tries to go down by 0.3, the robot will sell and your take profit will be 1%. Why 1%? Because it will be 1.3 minus 0.3, which is 1%. That is what we mean by whole position take profit. It works only for margin call number 1 to margin call number 4. Are we together? If you are understanding and following, give me a 1 in the chat. If you are understanding and following, give me a 1 in the chat. If you are understanding and following, give me a 1 in the chat. If you are understanding and following, but some people, someone joins the call. I think also sometimes God is good. There are people he keeps in floating loss, and he's trying to perform one of the laws of the world. It is called the law of karma. What you give, you receive in return. So I think because you feel bad in typing 1 in the chat, I think that's why you are so much in floating loss, because they want to pay you according to what you give out. So you don't want to give, you are only a taker. Also, you get rewarded with floating loss. Yes, you get rewarded because for you in your life, you only want to take. You don't want to give. So you get rewarded to stay in a trade for a longer time because of just typing 1, right? Now, I want you to notice something. We are talking about default setting. Have you seen that? The default settings of Royalq, they look at taking a little profit from the market. Have you seen? Has someone seen that? Type a yes in the chat. Have you seen that the default settings of Royalq, they look at taking a very little take profit from the market? Has someone seen that? the default settings of Royalq. Have you seen that? It looks at taking very little take profit from the market. Very little take profit from the market, 1%. Have you got an understanding why sometimes when you put a big take profit, you stay longer in a trade? Type yes in the chat. Have you got an understanding that sometimes when you put a bigger take profit, you stay longer in a trade, you stay long without making money? Because even Royalq for 4 years, for 4 years, it had studied that it is possible to make little profit so many times than making big profit at once. If you have seen that, give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 1 in the chat. That it is possible to make little profit so many times. It is possible to make little profit so many times than to make big profit at once. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's continue. Because the goal of me being here is basically to help you understand. It's specifically to help you understand. It's specifically to help you understand what you have. Because when you understand what you have, you treat it like gold. That's why I'm not going anywhere. I'm still present. Even when I'm in floating loss, I'm patient in my heart because I know what I have. But maybe if along the line I do some mistakes, I myself, I need to learn and unlearn so that I be able to continue earning. Perfect, fantastic. Let's now go back again. We're about to finish. I'll go. So having explained this, ladies and gentlemen, from margin call number 5 to margin call number 7 in this structure, because there are 7, but from margin call number 5 up to the last margin call, which is 999, each call is independent. Each call is independent. That's why we have this area called distributed take profit allocation and sub-position take profit callback. That from margin call number 5 to margin call number 7 in this structure, the robot can buy margin call number 5 alone and sell margin call number 5 alone before it sells the first 4. The robot can buy margin call number 6 and sell margin call number 6 alone before it sells the first 4. The robot can buy margin call number 7 alone and sell margin call number 7 alone before it sells margin call number 4. That's why we have the distributed take profit allocation. Have we understood? If you have understood that, give me a 2 in the chat. I want to run very fast now. If you have understood that, give me a 2 in the chat. If you have understood that, give me a 2 in the chat. If you have understood that, give me a 2 in the chat. If you have understood that, give me a 2 in the chat. Beautiful, fantastic. Now, from there, allow me visit my Royalq, particularly for this cause. Wow, thank you so much, God. This is really a blessing. This is a gold mine. I had never seen this, that someone can stay at home, decide to build a team of traders, pay only $120 and be earning close to over $200 on a daily basis. I really thank God for this, because one of the reasons why I keep on earning this income, because I understand what I have. I keep it so precious. I keep it like gold. I really keep Royalq like gold. I treat it like nobody else business. That's why I don't involve myself in return on investment businesses. That's why people tell me, Julius, you could join us here. We make money. I understand what I have. I understand what I have. I really understand what I have. I pray that most of you on this call, before I continue, you understand what you have and stop playing with it. and stop playing with it, and stop treating it like a gambling business, and stop treating it like a luxury. Stop doing it like a part, if maybe something you don't cherish. I understand that the reason why the returns in Royalq every day are particularly amazing, because I understand what I have. The question I have for you before I continue in the next 30 minutes and come to the end, is it important for you to understand what you have? Because I usually provide an example. Dubai is not one of the countries that is filled with a lot of minerals. There are countries like Congo that every spot is filled with gold. Every spot is filled with gold, but Congo is one of the most poorest countries in the world. Yet they have precious metals. They have precious metals that they could use to turn their life around. Some of you are suffering from not having enough funds. Some of you are suffering financially because you have the gold, but you don't know what you have. I pity some of you because you have it, but you treat it like nothing. People give a lot of reasons. I would love to share my Royalq, but because I'm not making money, I can't share. Then you don't understand what you have. You don't understand what you have. I want to first be successful, make a lot of money in Royalq and share. You don't know what you have, because I don't need to have results with the robot for me to share how this robot works. Why, Julius? Because if I don't have enough capital, I cannot fully enjoy. So what do? I share so that I use my sharing results to automate my robot, and I become financially free. But some of you don't know what you have. You treat it like a joke, and that's why your results, you keep on complaining. Every day I see complaints on the group. I'm not making enough money. You do not have enough capital. Can you see that yourself? It's not the robot that is the problem. It's your mindset that is the problem. And because your mindset creates a limit cage. Some of you have decided to limit yourself in a cage. Okay, let's now continue. I'm sorry, but it's important for you to know. Okay, so let's get into here back again. So when we pick a trade, for example, BTC, and we trade it up, I'm just going to run very fast. I want to talk about something. I want to talk about the strategy mode. 28K, good. This is good business. Okay, so when we tap on the strategy mode here, there are 3 strategies. When you put your strategy in the whole warehouse mode, when the robot buys from margin call number 1 to margin call number 4, and you want to continue from margin call number 5 to margin call number 7 or to margin call 999, you need to change your strategy mode from the whole warehouse mode to either the sub-bin mode real-time settlement or the sub-bin mode. What do these 3 mean? What is sub-bin mode? Sub-bin mode means that when the robot buys margin call number 5 and the market rises, it sells margin call number 5. It returns the capital, but it never returns the profit. It uses the profit to move the average price closer to the current price. It uses to move the average price closer to the current price. That's what the robot will do. When you put in the sub-bin mode real-time settlement here, when the robot buys margin call number 5, the market rises, the robot sells margin call number 5. What the robot do? The robot will return your capital and the profit immediately. Someone will ask me, Julius, what is the best? Both are okay. Both strategies are okay. Because if I use the sub-bin module time settlement, my goal is to make sure the robot buys, sells, gives me my profit. Buys, sells, gives me my profit. Buys, sells. When I use the sub-bin module time settlement, this one, this is so good if someone is trading with good capital because they will make good profit and the profit will have an effect on the average price. Are we together? But if someone doesn't have good capital, the profit they will make will be very little, that it will not be so much felt in moving the average price closer to the current price. I now want to go to how much it's needed to automate your robot. But before I go there, are we together up to there? Give me a 3 if we are together up to there. Okay. Are we together, guys? If we are together up to there, give me a 3. Give me a 3. Give me a 3. Give me a 3 in the chat if we are together. All right, now let's go to how much do you need? How much do you need? How much do you need? How much do you need to automate your robot? Let's go to how much do you need to automate your robot? Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. All right. All right. Okay. Now, I will not go back to the drop. The drop is default. It means that since the drop is default, when you add it up, when you add up this drop here, it will give you 47.2%. Let us add up the following. Can we do this together? 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2. Can we add this together, ladies and gentlemen? Can we add this together and you type your answer in the chat? Can we add this together and you type your answer in the chat? Okay, 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2. What do you get? Let me get some answers in the chat. Let me get some answers in the chat. Let me see if I have some answers in the chat, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Joseph 254. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bugembe. Thank you 254. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mofti 25425. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, now participate to understand. Participate to understand. Participate to understand. You don't participate to make me happy. Never. I'm not employed by Royalq. That after this call, Royalq will invite me and give me a special bonus. Neither am I the founder of Royalq. My role is to create a team of robotic users who understand what they do. That's all. So you don't participate to make Julius happy. No, you participate to understand. That's all. So make sure you participate, all right? It's very important, guys. It's very important. Very important. Okay, now let's go back here again. Now remember, before the robot bought the first call, it started with the first buying amount, which I said is $12 now on default. Before the robot came to buy the first call, you entered first with $12. It bought the first call after the market had dropped by 3.5. Do you understand that? Give me a 4 if you understand that. Let me see if you understand that. Before the robot bought the first call, it had bought with $12 for the start. If you understand that, give me a 4 in the chat. I'm very slow here because my goal is to make sure that you understand. Beautiful, beautiful. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate. All right, good. Now that we understand that, that's why we say these 254 that we have got here, plus the one that the robot, plus the one that the robot bought at first, it is 255. 255 times the first buying amount, which is $12. How much do we get? 255 times the first buying amount is $12. What do we get? 255 times the first buying amount is $12. What do we get? What do we get? Let me go into the chart. For those that are participating, let me go into the chart. God, I pray. You know, I'm not a pastor, but I pray that whoever is participating, whatever they trade, let them keep winning. Whoever is not participating, I'm not a bad person, but I pray when they go out of this Zoom, they get confused. I pray they get confused. When they open their robots, let them get confused. Let them see stars. Let them see stars. Because the reason why we are participating is to provide understanding. Okay, let me now. Let me come back here because I think there is a confusion. We are saying 255 times 12, because now the default setting of Royalq, is now providing 12 as their first buying amount. So which means that someone needs $3,060 to trade one coin. To trade one coin, someone needs $3,060 to trade one coin with 12 as their first buying amount. All right, now let's continue. Now, if capital is not sufficient, at least you need to be, if you can trade, me personally, I believe, if you can trade around between 10 to 30 coins, you'll be making some money. Yeah, if you can trade 10 to 30 coins with $3,060, if you can trade between 5 to 30 coins, you'll be making some money. Especially if you choose well those coins, you can be making some money. Yeah. 5 to 30 coins. Yeah, you'll be doing very fantastic well. Now, I personally also sat down and looked at the market, and I said, before I go to the signals, I want to provide you my default setting. Guys, are you interested to see my default setting? Because a few of us can afford $3,060 per coin. So I have a default setting that has been tested and proven that could give you some good results with at least $1,000 minimum per coin. With at least $1,000 minimum per coin. We would be interested. So if you could trade between at least 5 to 30 coins, you would be making some profit, at least 5 to 30. If you choose well, I'll talk about a few coins you could do that. Can I share, or I go specific? Yes, yes, it's a bad prayer because I want to work with people who are working with me. Yeah. Yeah, I want people. Yes, it's a very bad player, very bad one. But you see, hey, participate. Yes, participate. Hey, bad prayer, but let people participate. Why should I not? Because let me tell you, people are getting diversion from. No, it is cramming. You need to move. Hey, it is a very bad prayer, but let people participate. Yes, people should participate. Imagine, ladies and gentlemen, I don't curse anyone. Me, I don't curse. Me, it is a prayer. I am not here to curse. But I pray no one becomes emotional to the training, right? No emotions. Participate. Participate. When you participate, you understand. Hey, participate. Imagine you're on this call. Imagine you're on this call. Someone is not saying, I understand, I don't understand, and you are teaching. All right? And you are teaching. Someone is not saying, I understand, I don't understand. So it means that by the end of the training, yes, be part of the class, that's all. You type a yes. So someone feels bad to type a yes. No. They should, no emotions. This is pure business. Hey, participate. Hey, participate. As simple as that. Hey, participate. Yes, people should participate so that they understand. Because after the call, me after here, it will be between you and your robot. It will not be between me and my robot. Right now, let's go. I have a few minutes. Let me not get diverted. Let me come back to the call. Okay, now I sat down and I looked at the worst scenario. Okay, I looked at the worst scenario and I said that the worst scenario that can happen, the worstest scenario that can happen is when a coin drops 83% deep. So I looked at the worst scenario. So I'm going to take you to these settings, guys. Okay, I'm just going to run very fast. They're here. So this is the worst scenario. The goal is to take little profit. You see it is 1.3 minus 0.01, which means you'll get around 1.29 as your take profit. The first buying amount, it is okay. You can go to $12, it's fine. Or 15, it's okay. I have no problem. The margin calls, there are 100 margin calls. Let's look at, if you look at these margin calls, the buy-in callback is also short. When the market drops by 0.5 and tries to go high by 0.101, the robot should buy. So the robot buys faster and the robot sells faster. Has someone seen that? The robot buys faster and the robot sells faster. That's why the margin calls are many. The goal is not to move the average price close at the current price, but on the one-shot strategy, if someone wants a one-shot strategy, I'm going to show you a one-shot strategy that will prevent you from floating loss if you have enough capital, right? I'm going to share this again. If they provide a signal of one shot and you want to keep on making profit in that one shot, this strategy has power to keep you making profit before the coin sells, right? So I'm going to also share about that. So this strategy that can work both in one shot and a cycle basically start from 0.5 from the first call up to the 90th call, which caters for 45% drop from the entry of the coin. Julius, how do I get 45? Simple. Let me take you to the calculator. It is 0.5 times 90 times, which is 45%. So it is 45%, right? It is 45%. I've tested this strategy, guys. Okay, I want to share with you one account. I don't know if I can get in. I have been testing this strategy for some time, okay, without emotions attached, okay. All right, just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Let me see if I could get in. Just a minute. Just a minute. All right. There's something I'm supposed to do. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. I don't know. Okay, I think I'll be able to share that later because of time, guys. I needed to work on something. Sorry. Okay, I'm just a minute. Okay, so from call number 1 up to call 90. From call number 1 up to call 90, you can basically use that. Okay, if you have enough capital, you can do a minimum of $1,000. But if you have more money, if you're here, you have your money. What you do, you just do something simple, right? So from call number 1 to call 90, done. Then call 91, it is drop is 22. Call 9333, call 9444, the rest is 55. It's as simple as that. Okay? It is as simple as that. Now, if you have at least $1,000, you have at least 1,500 or $1,000, and you want to trade this using one shot, what you do, you do this. They drop a signal, you just put 2, 4. I'm going to share a screenshot on the group, 8. And you see how this is so powerful. So the robot will buy faster if the market drops, right? If the market drops, it will buy faster this, and it will give you good returns. So once a signal is dropped, they provide 5%. Okay, what you do, this is 465. So from the 50th call up to the 90th call, those are 85 calls. You see, these are 85 calls, which is 42. So it will be 1 time. So it will be 1 times 85. Okay, remember, sorry, it will be 12. You can do 12 or 15. So it will be $1,020. So you need around a minimum of $1,500 for 1 coin. You will not suffer, right? If the market skips the first 4 margin calls, if the market skips the first 4 margin calls, if it buys this one and the market doesn't sell, if it buys these first calls and the market doesn't sell, what will happen? What will happen is that it will keep on investing in as low as $15, $15 or $12, dependingly, and the robot will be buying and selling, 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 and at the end of the day, you will at least have $25 to $30. And if the market rises and sells these first 4, then you can end up with at least 100 to between between $50 to $100, right? So that is the setting. If you can use it for the first 4 margin calls, it would help if someone has $1,500, $1,500 per coin, you are good to go. So if you can afford at least 1,500, you can be able to use this in the first 4 calls. Then this will help you. If the market rises and sells these 4, your profit will be lump sum. If at all the market drops the 4 margin calls, it really serve you so much. And even if you don't analyze and place these settings, if you have your money, you place these settings in the first 3 coins that are doing well, the first 3 without analysis. If you could do BTC and press on one shot, Ethereum, maybe YFI, the first 3 coins, or BNB, your trade will be safe and sweet. But make sure it is a one shot. Now I want to go to signals and presets. Are we together, guys? Are we together? I have 8 minutes. So the rest is the same. I said from margin call 91, it's a 2-2. When you go to margin call 93, it's a 3-3. 94, it is a 4. 95, 96, 4-4. Rest are 5-5. You basically be good to go. So when the market drops, your robot will be buying these first 4. If it keeps on going down, you are basically safe. You will be basically safe because the drop is basically looking at 83%, right? It's a safe move, right? If you have your money, go ahead, enjoy. Make sure you press your coins in one shot so that when the market rises, the robot can sell and you get out of those trades repeatedly. All right, only if you love the coins, you can drop them on a cycle. They will continue on a sequence, but I would advise a one shot so that you can be able to get out and find other trades you could trade also and enjoy the sequence of the market. Okay, that I'm done. I have 7 minutes that I want to maximize, but I want to find out if we are together because now I want to go to signals for those who don't have big capital. I want now to go to those that don't have big capital. Are we together, everybody? If you don't have big capital, settle. No big deal. If you don't have big capital, don't cry. It's not a big deal. Just chill. Huh? Just chill. Just chill. Just chill. Yeah, put in the sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Put in the sub-bin mode real-time settlement. If you don't have capital, all right, now let's go to those who don't have capital. Okay, this is very important if you don't have capital, right? I'm just coming to the end. The next 6 minutes, I'll be done. Okay, now what have we done for those who don't have capital? We have basically, I have a team I work with. We basically spend some time, look at coins, although the market nowadays is not easy. We also need to understand that. We look at coins and find a few we believe could do well, right? And so we provide signals. Okay, so I will not go into this. Okay, I'll go into that lastly. The signal will always look like this. It will have the name of the coin, the preset, the take profit, the callback, and the drop. I would advise anyone to always stick to a 5% drop. Now, your goal is just to enter these settings in the coin given. So I would advise anyone to come to their Royalq. Come to your Royalq. Choose my strategy setting. Come to Royalq, choose my strategy setting. That's the main area. And when you choose my strategy setting, you come to Royalq, you choose my strategy setting, come and develop a strategy according to your capital, right? For example, if I have $500, the maximum margin call limits, therefore, let me say the take profit is 3. We usually put 3.01. The take profit callback, keep it 0.01. The buying callback, usually keep it at 0.3. It's a one shot. Then you come on the margin call. The margin call, this one, will remain this one, 2, 4, 8, 16. Now you understand what it does. Then this drop, you want your robot to buy faster. This is 0.5. This is 0.5. That is the drop is 5%. This is 1.5. And this is 2.5. I said the other time, if you fear a lot of floating loss, when they share a signal, you can decide to put your drop at 10%. You can decide to put your drop at 10%. What do you do, Julius? I just come here, I make this 1.5, 2.5, which makes the other one 2.5 plus 1, it makes 3, that is 3.5. Then I come here, I make this 6.5. When you add up this, you get 10%. So it means that the robot will buy here, buy here, buy here, but only buy, put in all this too much money because this is 16 times 15 maybe, which is $240. When the market drops by 6.5, it means the signals provided, me personally, I set a 10% drop, guys. No matter which signal is given to me, I can decide me to set a 10% drop. Now, this is for someone who has $500. So you trade one coin, it wins, you wait for another. You trade one coin, it wins, you wait for another, right? Okay. Now, if I don't have this capital, I could use the Fibonacci, which is 2358, which means I need around $285. I still use the same method. If I don't have this capital, I can go in for the +1, which is 2, 4, and 5. So if we add that, let's go to a calculator because someone is wondering. I'm just adding 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2, which is 14, plus 1, we talked about this at first, times 15, which is $225. So I need $225. Okay, if I don't have this capital, I can still use 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's add this and see. Okay, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 1, which is 11, times 15, which is 100. Or if you can do times 12, it's fine. So it could be 165 or 132. 132. If I don't have this capital, but I still want to trade $50, $100, go for 2 margin calls. Okay, they say the drop is 3%. Just do 1.5. For you, don't have guarantee. You do also 1.5. What is this? This is around $105. If I have $50, I can do 1 margin call. Okay, 1, because I do, now they say the drop is 3%. I just put 3% here. 1 margin call. So 15 times 2, which is 30, plus the first 15, which is $45. And I set my strategy, I keep it here, right? Let's go back to the signal, guys. Let's go back to the signal. So the signal is sent. I'm done with my time. Unless you allow me complete this in 10 minutes, my time is done. Okay, if you allow me to continue and finish this in 10 minutes, you can type 1 in the chat. If you say stop, enough is enough, I'll end. I'll just come to the end. If you allow me 10 minutes, we can go on. If you don't, I'll stop. Right, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I hope now everybody knows, all right? I hope now everybody knows how to set up a signal and how to use their capital, right? I hope I don't have questions about how to set signals depending on your capital. Is that okay? If you don't understand, ask me now, because I'm now going to come to the end, right? I'm now going to come to the end. Okay, so let's finish up. Let's finish up. Let's finish up. $50, $100, $200, $300. I think everybody has been handled. Okay. If you fear 5%, go in for a big drop. Now, lastly, ladies and gentlemen, the magic of you becoming a multi-millionaire or becoming financially free is not about how much profit you make. The system we have been able to develop is not about how much profit you make. It's about how many trades you meet, how many trades you win. So we have been basically been able to design a strategy we call 3% 300x. Because of market challenges, sometimes we are tempted to lower our take profit, but most of the times we look at our take profit to be 3%. What is the goal? What is the vision? What is the mission of the 3% strategy? The 3% strategy is basically based on winning 300 trades. And the goal of winning 300 trades is to help you develop a capital of $100,000 that can allow you use $1,500 around per coin and put in automation and trade all the 72 coins in Binance. Basically, I was personally looking at how I can be super successful. I thought about if I could have $100,000 in Binance, $100,000 in hobby, $100,000 in OKEX, $100,000 in Bybit. I go $100,000. I'm not okay with Kraken and Coinbase, but I'm okay with these four. Me personally, I thought about making sure that I have at least $500 from this strategy so that I can basically automate 4 exchanges. Yeah, that is how I see. I see if I could be able to automate 4 exchanges by the next bull run, whether the market will go bearish or bullish. I looked at statistics. If I basically make $200 from each exchange times 4, I took an average of $200 when things are bad from each exchange. I'll be making $800. If things run as I expect, and at least in a good market, I'll be making $1,000 from one exchange. If I would be making $1,000 from one exchange, if I make $1,000 from one exchange, $1,000 from one exchange, $1,000 from one exchange, 1,500 in good days from one exchange 4 times, I'll be making $6,000 per day. Now, the strategy is not about, that is when I reach the goal that I have that enough capital to do that, right? So there will be a lot of distractions along the line, but you need to focus on one trade at a time. Someone with the double up will always get out of the trade faster than someone with the Fibonacci or the +1. The 24816 trade will always get out of the trade faster. I have advised, because most of you suffer so much with floating loss, keep your drop 10%. Focus on winning more trades. Don't focus on chasing more profit. Now, what are you supposed to do when you win a trade? I focus on my first buying amount. If my first buying amount is $15 times 3%, I get 0.45. It means that when I trade the next trade, my first buying amount will be 0.5 plus 15. That will be my first buying amount. So when I take 3% of this, that will be, so my next first buying amount will be 15.45. And that's how you compound. If you can place that on the compounding calculator, which everybody can deposit or have in your phone, if 15 is your first buying amount and take 3%, focus on winning your 300 trades slowly, you don't chase anyone, you'll be able to make $100,000. And maybe with this money, you could automate one exchanger, which could be Binance. This means you are taking around $500 as capital. I can raise my first buying amount from being $15 to $30, right? And I'm using a 10% drop. And by end of the cycle, I could be able to automate 2 exchanges that could be maybe Hobby and Binance. I could still go ahead and increase if I have more capital. The more you increase the first buying amount, you should have that money. This is not moved with greed. I want more profit. I want to end up with 10 million. If you don't follow the strategy, you will stay longer in floating loss. Use 24816. I expect someone to at least make sure you find $500 and keep your first, you can keep your drop at 10% like I've showed you, keep your first buying amount $15. You can only do 30% if at least $30, if at least you have $1,000. Don't take greed. Greed will bring you challenges. I found someone who said my first buying amount was 250. Ask him, how much capital do you have? That my leader, me, I want 1.7. You will not reach there. You will not. This is not gambling. It is 250. Let me show you. Let me go back to the calculator. It is 250 times 2, which is 500. So if we add 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16, the basic winning, plus 1, which is 31, times 250. You must have $7,000 in your account. If you don't have it, you're a joker. You cannot dream. Trading is not dreaming for what you expect with what you don't have. You cannot wake up and say, because I want to be a millionaire, I will make my first buying amount 250, because when I make it 250, of course, at the end of the day, my 250 will become 1.7. Whoa, you are joking. You must have $7,000 in your, if you don't have, settle with what you have, work on yourself, right? Increase your capital by sharing your business. As I come to the end, all right, I'm launching a new program. I'm launching a new program. It is called, okay, let me just get my program here. Just a minute, guys. It is called Go Beyond Average. Go Beyond Average. It is called Go Beyond Average. It is basically going to help people who want to grow their capital by sharing the opportunity. It will be an amazing program. It has specific days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. It doesn't tap on Saturday. So you could just get in touch with your uplines, all right? I'll be launching this program. I also want to announce that on the 25th of this week, I'll be in Kampala. If you are coming from Kampala, I'll be in Kampala with different leaders. We shall be having a recognition rally for those that have been able to rank up in different rank structures of the business. I'll be sharing amazing strategies, tactics, and specific ways of rocking up in the crypto market space to help people maximize their potential power on the 25th at Coach Hotel. Tickets are available where members are supposed to purchase each ticket 10,000 Ugandan shillings, which is less than $5. It is less than $5. The ticket is less than $5. I think it's around $3. Okay, you need to pay around $3. You use your uplines to get those tickets that are already available on sale. Please get in touch. Let us meet on the 25th of this month in Kampala, those in Uganda. If you have not understood the training, I would personally advise you to go to the Crypto Ambassadors YouTube channel. Watch this again until you get it. We are past time, ladies and gentlemen, and allow me come to the end of the call. Someone says, but the market at times doesn't sell off quickly. You just need to be patient. Sometimes the one short default is on the whole warehouse mode. When I try to change it to the sub-bin mode, it doesn't allow. It doesn't allow if your robot has bought more than 4 times. So make sure you change before it buys 4 times. No, the non-members are not supposed to pay. The non-members are not supposed to pay. You buy one ticket, 10,000. You can invite 1 million people. So you buy one ticket, 10,000 Ugandan shillings. You invite 1 million people. The following will not be, I think I need to agree with the advisors. If you want me to share my success, right? I'm now changing my approach. If you want me to share the real big deal, I think I need to speak to the organizers. Please, we shall limit cameras and photos. Okay, we shall limit cameras and photos in the room for security, right? For security purposes, okay? So we shall limit cameras and videos in the room for security purposes. If people don't accept, then I'll keep my story limited, right? But if cameras and the videos are not available, then I'll share with you. I'll share with you, okay? I'll share with you. If cameras and videos will be limited in that room. Cameras, I expect, because we are in crypto, safety is important, all right? So we shall be limiting cameras and videos in that room so that we can maximize. Thank you so much, everybody. God bless you. If you want to get the ticket, just get in touch with your upline. Coach Raymond, just get in touch with me. I can help you get the ticket. Please, for the market that is doing well in bearish, can I change from one shot to cycle? Yes, if it is bullish, please, you can change from one shot to cycle. Okay. Why is it that the trade is set up for 7 margin calls? Yes, you can set a trade 7 margin calls and it only buys, it sells at 2 because instead of the market going up, the market has risen by your take profit and it had only bought 2, so it will always sell. All right, guys, I hope all is done. See you in the next call. God bless you. Have a nice, fantastic, incredible day. I wish you the best. Check out this onto the YouTube channel, Crypto Ambassadors. I wish you all the best. God bless you and have a nice day. Protocol observed. Thank you, all our leaders. Because of time, allow me come to the end, but I want to recognize the presence of leader OBM, a V5. Happy to have you, sir, with us. All right, happy to have you with us. Happy to have you, sir. I've seen Mr. Mobilus Perito here. I've seen Mr. Abe Kasibante. Thank you so much. I've seen leader Aminata, leader Kojo, Abdul, Agaban Nonad. I've seen Mr. Wilson, Mr. Tadeo, Mr. Bogeme Muhammad, Mr. Bukenya Richard, Mr. Chadwick Bibo, Mr. Kuris, Coach Raymond, Mr. Dennis, Deno, Madam Dora, Edith, Madam Elizabeth, Emmanuel, Peter, our VC leader Eunice from Kenya, If Konde, Ezekiel. I've seen Madam Faith, Harry too, Madam Halima, Harry Empire, Hope. I've seen my friend, my brother, Mr. Joseph from Namibia. I've seen Kabeja. I've seen Mr. Kato Abduasan, Kevin Tick, Kwezera. I've seen you, sir. Lady Catherine, happy to see you. Madam Lillian, I've seen Loli, Lois, Mama Moon, all right, Mam Moon, Maji, Mary, Maureen, Jalia, Mofit, Mose, Lisa, Mohammed, Mundia from Zambia. Okay, Murunji Stera, Mrs. Stephen from that side of Mukono, Mutumba Shafiq, Madam Nur Babra from that side of Saudi Arabia, Rejoice, Linda, Mr. Joseph, Madam Rosemel. Okay, I've seen my grandmother, my friend, my best friend, Madam Sheila from Zimbabwe, Mr. Tang, happy to see you again, sir, joining us from that side of Cameroon, Madam Tessa joining us from UK, okay, Wilda, Madam Wealth Queen joining us from Nigeria, Williams, Westmanian, okay, happy to see you, Zenzela from South Africa. Protocol observed. I love you all. Have a nice day and allow me come to the end of the call till we meet on the next call. God bless you abundantly. Love you all. And I wish you a fantastic, incredible day. And I believe this week will be a fruitful week. I pray God to bless you all. Thank you, everyone. Those hearts, please, I'm sorry, but let us focus on the main thing why we are here. It is financial freedom. The rest don't matter, right? God bless you, and bye, everybody.